All right, welcome everybody. Baseball Night in America. We bring you 1981. That's right. We've been doing 1975, and we'll still continue doing it. But on days where I can do a double header, I'm going to try to get in some 1981 action. Let me explain what's going on with you and how we're going to be doing this. So I took the 1981 season as a My Universe thing. Took all the American League teams, converted 162 game season stats. I converted everything about them. I haven't only done the American League yet, so I haven't done the National League. So until I do them, they will have their own schedule at some point, and I will go ahead and we'll go ahead and play it. It's going to be a My Universe thing, so injuries will be available because as played lineups do not exist. As I made this schedule on a random American League schedule for night grabs. So we're ready to go. Let's get some baseball going. This is going to be the American League's champion, the Kansas City Royals, taking on the Texas Rangers. Decide to play this one tonight because they are defending champs. They need to get their chance, get their feet wet. And let's get going here. Baseball 1981. I've joined the chat room with you guys, so hopefully everyone will have a good evening. The Rangers defensively here in Arlington will be Sample, Rivers, Elm, Mendoza, Wills, and Putnam. Sundberg behind the plate, and on the mound is Danny Darwin. For the Royals, it's Wilson, Geronimo in right, which is kind of surprising, but he hammers righties. Akins, Brett, McRae, Otis, White, Washington, and Wathan. Well, that is that's not good. Let's see. See, that's where I need to make sure I make the mistake. I don't. Let's see. Can we convert them? Huh? I'm not going to allow McRae to play left. So we're going to get out of this real quick and come back. So stay with me. I'll come right back. We'll start again. Discard. Let's go ahead and redo this. So new scheduled. And we want to play KC in Texas again. We're going to have to redo the stadium launch again. Put my new stadium in there for Texas. So let's look at the teams here. So Willie Wilson will not be playing left field, and the DH will be McRae. And let's see, we'll go ahead and hopefully we'll have to go back in and save it afterwards or later on. So they are set. That's a huge mistake not to have happened. Let's see who else can play right field on this team. 119. Geronimo had 185 at bats. When you convert them, Darryl Motley could be a extra outfielder. So I don't really have a star on this team. So we'll let kind of Geronimo play it. Still has a good arm and he still plays defense. So that'll be worth something in right field. So older Cesar Geronimo will go ahead and play right. Wilson will hit left. Let's go ahead and play ball again. We'll get the game back started. Sorry about that, folks. And we'll go ahead and switch it back from Yankee Stadium to Arlington, Texas. And we'll go ahead and get baseball started once again here. Back over. Hello, Ben. Welcome aboard. Hopefully you'll see the stadium pop on your side. Let me go ahead and make sure I'm still showing. Did I get out and come back in? Yes, okay, I see it. I see Yankee Stadium, and then I'm going to convert that to Arlington Stadium, and we should be all set for baseball. Yep, there's Arlington Stadium. We're all set. Good. All right. Again, hope no one minds that we kind of do this also. I kind of wanted 1981 to be a My Universe thing with no season out there because of the strike. So let's see what happens if we played 1981 and see what happens without the strike, a full season. It's dark, yeah. It's a night stadium. The old Arlington Stadium wasn't much to look at, so it's a very that's interesting. Okay, hang on one second. Let's look and see. Okay, let me go ahead and let me do this. Hang on 1 second. Stay put if you can hear me. Let me try something here. So let me stop. Let me go ahead and re-add my scene here. Stay with me. And let's go ahead and add scene, screen, this, and let's see if that will work better. Let me know when you see it better on your screen. Uh-oh. All right, yeah. Give me 1 second. Maybe, yeah, you saw it probably. It's noticeably dark. So give me 1 sec. Hope you can hear me. Just stay put. We'll get this game back underway. Stadium back. There it is. Stadium is back. We're ready to play. And let's go. So let's start this off. So Willie Wilson, who's the left fielder now, we all started with, will get the start against Danny Darwin. So Danny Darwin on the mound for the Strangers. He looks in. He gets the sign. First pitch of 1981 is underway here in Texas. Ah, dang it. I gotta reset. I gotta reset the manual mode, huh? Hang on 1 second. Dice rolled automatically and play ball. Here's Darwin's pitch, first pitch. And that's a fly ball to center. That's Mickey. Mickey comes in, puts the glove up, and makes the catch. And there's one quick out. There you go. One quick out to start. And here's Cesar Geronimo, 246 hitter, left-handed hitter still. Sundberg puts down the sign. Darwin with the wind up and the pitch. And a fly ball to the catch, and there's two outs. Here is Willie Mays Aikens. Big year for Willie, 266, converts over to 27 home runs. Big left-handed hitter with power. Sundberg sets the target. Darwin with the windup and the pitch. And that's a walk to Aikens, and here comes Mr. George Brett. Brett steps up, left-handed hitter with power. Sundberg sets the target. Darwin with the stretch and the pitch. And that's basic. Center field, Brett. He'll hold at second. Two out, so Brett with a knock. And now here's Hal McRae. So McRae steps up. 272 hitter with 11 dingers. So let's see if the Royals can get something started. 2 on, 2 out. Just getting started here in Arlington. Sundberg sets the target. Darwin from the stretch and the pitch to McRae and struck him out to retire the side. No runs, one hit, two left. One half inning of play. Kansas nothing. Here come the Rangers. It's going to be Rivers, Sample, Bunberg, Stein, Wills, Mendoza. For the Royals, Wilson, Otis, Geronimo, excellent all over the place. Brett, Washington, White, Aikens, all good. Even Aikens is 4. Shouldn't hurt you. Watha behind the plate with the +1 arm, and then the very durable Dennis Leonard on the mound. 300 plus innings of work if you convert that to a full-time 162 game schedule. Watha on the plate. Leonard looks in. Here's the windup to Rivers. We'll throw out Rivers, and there's one quick out. Here's Billy Sample, 283, 5 home runs on the season. Watson puts down the sign. Leonard from the windup and the pitch. And that's a fly ball to center. That's Amos Otis. He goes to his right, puts the glove up, and makes catch, and there's 2 outs. Bell, third baseman for the Rangers. Watson sets the target. Leonard looks in, and the windup to Bell. And Bell base hit Buddy Bell up the middle. Again, this computer generated 162 game schedule since the original one had the strike built in. So we're kind of playing our own schedule, so injuries will matter. Here's Pat Putnam, left-handed hitter, mostly plays against a right-handed pitcher. Watson puts down the sign, and Leonard from the stretch. Bell gets a lead. Here's the pitch. And that's a strikeout for Leonard. Retires the side. 1 inning of play. KC nothing. Texas nothing. And here's a hitter with 14 bombs. Sundberg puts down the sign. Darwin now on the mound. Big right-hander. Here's the pitch. And that's a fly ball to left. Sample is there. Makes the catch, and there's one away. Here is Frank White. Franklin White, 250 hitter with 14 home runs. Sundberg sets the target. Darwin looks in. The big windup to White. And that's a strikeout for Danny Darwin, 2 away. And here's UL Washington, toothpick and all. Switch hitter, Sundberg sets the target, and Darwin with the windup and pitch to UL. And that's a ground ball to second. Bump Wills throws them out and retires the side. We go to the bottom of the second. KC nothing and Texas nothing. And here is Mr. Leon Roberts. Roberts, a right-hander, good hitter, 279 hitter with 6 home runs, gets the start tonight in right. Watson puts down the sign. Leonard the kick and the pitch. And that's a ground ball over to first and gets him for the first out. Here's a very pesky hitter, Jim Sundberg, 277 hitter, one of the better catchers in the league. Watson puts down the sign, and Dennis Leonard looks in. Wind up to Sundberg. And that's a struck him out. Leonard got the inside corner. And here's Bill Stein. Show me my money. Show me my money, says Bill. So show me the money, Bill Stein says. In 177 at-bats, 9 doubles, 3 homers, hit 330. Leonard for the windup and pitch to Stein. And ground ball to short, hit right at UL, picks it, throws, got him, 3 up, 3 down, go to Rangers. Pitchers duel here in Arlington. Kansas City nothing and Texas nothing. Goes to the top of the third. And here's the Duke, John Wathan, 252 hitter. Always had some speed. Sundberg sets. Darwin looks in, the wind up to pitch to Wathan. And that's a ground ball back to Darwin. Flips over to Putnam and out number 1. Here's Wilgame. Both teams with 1 hit here in the third. Darwin looks in, gets the sign and the pitch. And a base hit, Willie Wilson. That could be dangerous. Let's see what Willie can do. Can he get the lead? 39% says yes, no. Darwin steps off and throws over. So Wilson had to dive back. That'll stop his momentum. Runner on first and 1 out. Here's Geronimo. Sundberg sets. Darwin now working from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And that's a strikeout for Darwin. Now here's the first baseman, Willie Mays Aikens. 0 for 0, walked his first time up. Sundberg sets. Darwin looks in. Runner on first and 2 out. Pitch to Willie. And Willie hits a drive in the gap for a base hit. Cut off. Wilson will go first to third. Aikens with his slow speed could not go to second. Stice is there. And there's 2 on and 2 out for the Royals. Here is Mr. George Brett, Mr. Royal. 1 for 1 in the ball game. Sun from the stretch in the pitch. And that's a strikeout for Darwin. Retires the side in the Royals, strand 2. We go to the bottom of the third. It's Kansas City nothing and Texas nothing. Bump Wills followed by Mendoza and Rivers. What do people think of 1981? Hopefully that's a good selection here. We'll get back to 75 also. Keep playing that. But wanted to have a secondary option, and I wanted to switch the want to play a full year with full see what would happen with one big schedule, especially if I end up converting the National League over to 162. The year the Cardinals and the Reds had of not making the playoffs and having the 2 best records in baseball that year. Watson sets the target. Leonard looks in and the pitch to bump. And that's a pop to third. Brett is there, makes the catch, and there's 1 out in the third. So now here's Mario Mendoza, the Mendoza line, hitting 231. Right-handed hitter. Mendoza, and that's a fly ball to center. Otis is there, makes the catch, and there's quickly 2 outs here. Here's Mick the Quick. He's 0 for 1. Watson sits behind, puts the sign down for him. Leonard looks in, and the pitch to Rivers. And Rivers hits a shot for a base hit. Mick's got speed. We'll see what he can do right here. He's 33% can go and doesn't. So Leonard steps off and keeps Rivers close. And now here's Sample. A sample size for Billy, 0 for 1 to third from the stretch in the pitch. And that's a struck him out. Hit that one before. Three up, three down, one hit, but that was it. We go to the fourth. No score here in Texas. Kansas City 0-3-0 and Texas 0-2-0. Here's Hal McRae. He'll lead off. He'll be followed by Otis and White against Danny Darwin here to start the fourth. Fast moving game. Sundberg sets. Darwin looks in. And that's a ground ball to short. Hit at Mendoza. He's got it. Throws him out the first. And that's the first out here in the fourth. And here's Amos Otis. Sundberg sets. Darwin looks in. The wind up to Otis. And struck him out. Big strikeout for Darwin. So Darwin pitching well here. 2 outs in the fourth. And now we'll pitch to Frank White. Sundberg puts down the sign. Darwin now looks in. The crowd on their feet. Here's the pitch to White. And that's going to be a ground ball to short up the middle. Mendoza, good throw by Mendoza. And the Royals are out in the fourth. We head to the bottom of the fourth. Kansas City nothing. Texas nothing. So now Buddy Bell the bat. Bell will be followed by Putnam and Roberts for the Strangers. So far, both the Rangers with 2 hits, the Royals with 4. Leonard, not a fastball type pitch, 168 strikeouts, 300 plus innings. Pitches to a lot of contact, but he's able to guide that pitch left and right to not get him in trouble as much. Leonard with the windup, Bell with a base hit. So Bell with 2 hits in the ball game. So the Rangers, the leadoff man on here is Pat Putnam. Bell not much with speed. The Aikens will play him back of him. Putnam the bat. Good power for Pat Putnam. Watson puts down the sign. Leonard from the stretch pitched to Putnam and struck him out. Leonard paints the black. 1 away here in the fourth. Here is Leon Roberts, who's 0 for 1. Watson sets. Leonard from the stretch to Roberts. And double play ball. Washington White to Aikens. 3-2 for the price of 1 to retire the side. We played 4 in Arlington. Kansas City nothing and Texas nothing. We head to the top of the 5th inning. For the Royals will be U.L. Washington, the batter. He'll be followed by Watson and Wilson here in the 5th against Danny Darwin. So Sundberg sets the target. Darwin, the big right-hander, and the ball to first. Putnam takes it to the bag himself. Good fielder. And he gets to the bag for the first out here in the 5th. There's Watson, who's 0 for 1. Sundberg puts the sign down. Darwin with the wind-up pitch to Watson, and that's a fly ball shallow center. Rivers comes in, puts the glove up, and quickly there's 2 outs. And here's Willie Wilson. 1 for 2 in the ball game. Singled his last time up, unable to get the lead to get going. Sundberg sets. Darwin from the windup to short. Mendoza waits, makes the catch, and the Royals go 1, 2, 3. Halfway through here in Texas. Kansas City nothing, and the Rangers nothing. So now we'll be back to Sundberg, followed by Stein and Wills. The bat against Dennis Leonard here in Texas. Watson puts down the sign. Leonard now looks in. He gets it, and the wind up to Watson. And that's what makes the catch. And there's 1 out. Here's Billy Stein. Stein, the batter, 0 for 1. Watson sets, puts the sign down. Leonard with the big windup and pitch to Bill Stein. Ground ball to first. Aikens got it. Takes it to the bag himself. And there's 2 outs here in the 5th. Now brings up Bump Wills. Bump Wills in the ball game, 0 for 1. Watson puts the sign down, jiggles the fingers. Leonard looks in. The big windup and pitch to Bump Wills. And fly ball to right. Geronimo way through here in Texas. Royals nothing. Texas nothing. We head to the 6th. Sorry about that. Just checking some stuff out. Top of the 6th, where Cesar Geronimo will bat for the Royals, followed by Aikens and Brett. Sunberg sets the target. Darwin looks in, and the windup to Geronimo. Base hit center field for Geronimo. Base hit number 4. Hey, the computer C game. They do have what's called a trade option on here. Do you think because it's my universe and I'm playing however I want, do you think I should let Strat turn on the AI universe basically to convert trades and make them when they want and see if that may help teams? Let me know, and I can always turn it on at the end of this game. And before every game, if any trades are made, we'll let you know. So, do you think that might be a do? Again, playing injuries and everything else, you'll see some guys normally not playing because of that, and maybe that the trades may become very beneficial for teams that lose starters. So I haven't done it yet, but I was just wondering. Top of the 6th, no score. Had to turn off the closers rule because these teams were not made with closing ratings. So Aikens, 1 for 1 with the walk. He's been on base twice. Geronimo's always had a little bit of speed. He gets it on a 33% and does. So now Darwin from the stretch, run first, nobody out. Pitch to Aikens. A double play ball. Darwin to Mendoza. Off throws to Putnam. Easy. 3-6-3. 2 outs in the 6th. Here's Brett. Brett's 1 for 2. Sunberg puts down the sign. Darwin nods and pitch to Brett. And a walk to Brett. So a 2-out walk to Brett. Again, the Royals getting base runners. Here's the designated hitter, Hal McRae. Darwin looks in from the stretch. Pitch to McRae. And a fly ball right field. Hits out Roberts. This could be a tough play for him. He comes in, cannot do it. And now be a 2-base error. It's off Roberts' glove. Brett will hustle to third. McRae to second sliding. Second and third, 2 outs. And now the Rangers are in trouble because of a miscue. Second and third, 2 out for Amos Otis. 0 for 2 in the ball game. Let's look at Darwin's fatigue and see if that is a Darwin on the fatigue is a straight 7, so he's fine. He'll have to work from the stretch. Second and third, 2 outs. Sunberg puts down the sign. Darwin needs to work himself out of it. Second and third, 2 outs to Otis. And Otis is ground ball to short, picked up by Mendoza, throws him out the first, got him, and the Royals will strand 2 more. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Kansas City, nothing. Texas, nothing. The Royals have lost 6 on base. All right. We'll go ahead and leave Hal alone. He will not make any changes to my rosters. Last of the 6, no score. Here's Mario Mendoza, followed by Rivers and Sample here in the bottom of the 6th. Watson puts down the sign. Leonard still in there. He's on solid 9. He's not going anywhere. He'll complete most. Here's the pitch to Mendoza, and a line drive right at Frank White. Puts the glove up. Here's Mick. He's 1 for 2. Mickey Rivers, of course, came over in 79. Still going in 81. He had a full year. He had 286 with 5 home runs and 600 at-bats if the season plays out complete. Watson sets the target. Leonard with a windup, the pitch to Rivers. And Rivers popped it up. Major league pop-up. Washington with the catch, and there's 2 outs. Here's Billy Sample, 0 for 2. Short sample size for Billy. 2 outs of the 6, no score. Watson puts the sign down. The Duke puts it down for him. Leonard nods. Here's a windup. The Sample, and that's a fly ball to left. And the Rangers go 3 up, 3 down. Let's head to the 7th. Royals, nothing. And the Rangers, nothing. White, followed by Washington and Watson. Those out there, please hit like. Who's out there? Please subscribe if you're sitting out there. I appreciate if you have not yet. I appreciate however you can help contribute to today's ball game. Here's Frank White in the 7th. 0-4-0 Kansas City. 0-3-1 for Texas. Still looking for a way for me to roll. upgrade the desktop. So looking where I can add it to the game. Let's I have to start getting my other computer program working that I can stream with. Top seven here is White, Washington, Watson, the W's will hit against Darwin here in the seventh. Sunberg sets. Darwin with the windup and pitch to White, and that's a walk. So he gets a walk out of that. White usually has some speed, but with Sunberg's arm, not sure if you want to try that or not. Let's see if Ward or not. He is not, so he'll hold at first. Here's UL Washington. The corners are in, so Bell and Putnam in on the grass. So let's see if Washington wants to lay down a bunt here. He's a C, so he won't. He'll bat lefty and swing away. Sunberg sets. Darwin from the stretch, pitch to Washington, and a ground ball to first. Putnam turns around, throws to Mendoza. UL Washington will beat the throw, and there's one away. So now here's the Duke, John Watson, 0 for 2. Now wiggles the fingers. Washington to get a good lead off first. Putnam playing behind him. Darwin from the stretch pitch to Watson. And a ground ball double play. Bell, the Wills, the Putnam double play. Get up and stretch. It's stretch time here in Texas. Royals nothing. Rangers nothing. So seventh inning stretch. Bell, who has 2 hits in the ball game, followed by Putnam and Roberts. So Watson goes out and talks to Leonard. Leonard is not with the windup. Here's the pitch to Bell, and that's a fly ball center field shallow. Otis is there, makes the catch, and there's one away. And here's Pat Putnam, who's 0 for 2. Watson puts the sign down, rattles the fingers. Leonard with the windup, pitch to Putnam, and pop the first. Akins backs up, makes the catch, and there's 2 quick outs here in the 7th. And now here's Leon Roberts 0 for 2. Watson puts down the target. Leonard looks in. He's pitched hits so far. Pitch to Leon, and a base hit left field for Leon Roberts. Both teams with 4 hits. So now here's Sunberg, who's 0 for 2. Watson puts the sign down. Leonard working from the stretch. Roberts on first. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a base hit left field. Same exact roll. Let's see if they'll go for third here. On a 1-13, goes for third with 2 outs. Holds the runner. They want to make sure the inning stays. Stein. Show him the money. First and second, 2 outs, bottom 7th. Texas looking to get a big hit here. Watson sets. Leonard from the stretch in the pitch. And that's a fly ball shallow center. Otis is there, makes the catch, and the Rangers will strand 2. We go to the 8th. No score here in Arlington. 0-4-0 for Kansas City. 0-5-1 for the Texas Rangers. And after Cesar Geronimo and Willie Akins. Darwin now it is in his pitcher is inning of fatigue. Sunberg puts down the sign. Darwin the windup to Willie Wilson, and that's a space hit to center field. So both teams now with 5 hits. Wilson always has excellent speed. Let's see if he gets one. No, he does not. Darwin steps off again, makes Wilson dive back, and Darwin is holding him close. Runner on first goes out and talks to Darwin now. Geronimo 1 for 3. Oh, lefty. Oh, they get him here. Who's the left? Oh, no lefties in the bullpen. All right. So they go Jim Kern, who's a normal guy who gets righties, who gets lefty out. But he has so much whip on there. He's going to give a ton of walks. Ugh. Or you have the old Dave Schmidt with 49 innings. Same amount of walks, I bet. Their bullpens are going to get hit hard with some whip. So Wilson on at first. Sunberg puts the sign down. Darwin from the stretch. Runner on first, nobody. I pitch to Geronimo. Fly ball to right. Roberts is there, makes the catch. There's one out in the eighth. Here's Akins. Akins 1 for 2 with a walk. It's dangerous for Darwin to stay out there. Sundberg sets the target. Darwin from the stretch, pitch to Akins, and a fly ball to right. Roberts moves in, makes the catch, and there's 2 outs here in the eighth. So now here is Brett. Boy, that really comes to be a problem. And here comes the Texas manager. And that might be all for Danny Darwin. And they will go to Kern here. Again, the high, a lot of walks somewhere. That's what he had on the card, are walks. So Kern will come out trying to make it less of anything on the card. So Kern probably a 1 inninger. Runner on first and 2 out. Brett against Kern. Kern from the stretch in the pitch. And that's a strikeout for Kern. Gets the job done. We go to the bottom of the eighth. Royals nothing. Rangers nothing. So Bump Wills will set up, followed by Mendoza. 0-5-0 KC. 0-5-1 for Texas. Watson puts the sign down. Leonard to stay out there. He'll pitch to the switch hitting Wills. Right-handed Mendoza and Rivers. Here's the pitch from Leonard. And that's a ground ball to first. Aiken got it. Takes it to the bag and first. So first out here in the eighth. Oh, really? Okay. And it's rare that Zimmer makes those type of good moves. Here's Mendoza. 0-for-2. Watson set the windup to Mario Mendoza. Struck him out. 2 outs in the eighth. So now we come back to Mick the Quick. 2 outs in the eighth. Leonard still with some gas behind him. Watson puts the sign down. Leonard looks in, takes the deep breath, and pitch to Mickey. And he got it. Base hit Mickey. 2 hits in the ball game for Rivers. 6 hit for Texas. And now let's see if Rivers can run. 33% says yes. No. Leonard steps off. Leonard has kept his runners close tonight. Runner on first, 2 outs for Billy Sample. He likes right-handed pitching a little better. Sample will stay in there. Watson sets. Leonard from the stretch. Runner on first and 2 outs for Billy. And the pitch. And a fly ball to center. Otis races in, makes the catch, and we head to the 9th inning. Royals nothing. Rangers nothing. We head to the 9th. 0-5-0, 6-1 for Texas. McCray, followed by Otis and White, the bat in the 9th. So McCray, this is the beef of the order. Right against Kern. You know what? We're not going to let him do that. So he'll come out. Steve Comer will come in. 3 innings. He pitches about 3 innings, 119 innings. This will be his opportunity to keep things close. So here we go. Sundberg sets. Steve and a line drive to Mendoza. 1 out in the 9th. And here's Amos Otis. 1 out. Sundberg sets. Comer looks in. The wind up to Otis. And Otis hit that drive to deep left center field. Could be trouble over Rivers' head. Otis around second. He's headed to third. Slides. A 1 out triple for Amos Otis. And the Royals have a runner on third and 1 out. Triple 1 got the 5. So 1 out runner on third. Frank White, the batter. Rangers have to play the infield in. Dan Quisenberry already up in the Royal bullpen and gets loose. And here we go. Sundberg sets the target. Comer from the stretch. Pitches to White. And that's going to be a line drive at Bell. Makes a great play as Otis has to hold. 2 outs in the 9th. UL was a 1L. Let's see. Is there anyone on the bench that might hit better than UL right here? Oh, that would be Clint Hurdle. Goodness gracious. Just stats alone, yells hurdle. So who would play? That would be probably be Dave Chalk. Ooh, goodness. He would play short. And okay, Molnix is a three. Now, these are the non as played rosters. These are what's called what you get if you get the Strat cards. Everyone who is on the roster. So Rance Molnix would be the option playing short, and he plays okay. So I'm going to go to Clint Hurdle here. So Hurdle's going to swing because of Comer being a 4R and Hurdle's a major the other way. This is a plus environment for Hurdle to get a base hit. Runner on third, 2 outs. Sundberg sets the target. Comer from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And base anyway. First and second, 2 outs. And it brings up the Duke. The Duke is 0 for 3 in the ball game. Now that the Royals want to go to Mr. Jamie Quirk here, is that a better option for them? Quirk looks in, but a +2. You get a worse card. And Jamie Quirk will come in. So Jim Fry trying to pick the right choices here. Jamie Quirk will hit first at bat of the season. Left-handed. Let's see if the only other lefty they have to come out. Oh, they don't have another lefty. So yeah, Texas with the lack of lefties are going to hurt them. So now Comer from the stretch, first and third, 2 out, pitch to Jamie Quirk. And a ground ball back to Comer, throws them out, and the Royals come up with nothing. We go to the bottom of the ninth. Let's see if Texas can walk this off. So the new shortstop will be Alex will go in and play short. Quirk will go in and play catcher. Dennis Leonard will go out and pitch the ninth. And it will be Buddy Bell, 2 for 3 in the ball game. Quirk sets the target. Leonard looks in. Wind up to Buddy Bell. Fly ball to center. Otis is there. Makes the catch, and there's one away. So now here's Putnam, 0 for 3 in this ball game. Quirk sets. Leonard looks in, and that's a pop the third. Brett is there, makes the catch, and there's 2 outs. And here is Leon Roberts, 1 for 3. Quirk sets. Leonard looks in, possibly his last pitch of the ball game. Here's the pitch to Leon Roberts. Free baseball. 3 up, 3 down. Go to Rangers. Let's go to the 10th. Kansas City, nothing. Texas, nothing. So Comer, long distance reliever, will stay in there for Texas. He'll pitch and Akins. Again, Texas, no any lefties to combine this. Sundberg sets. Comer in the top of the 10th inning. Pitch to Wilson. And a base hit for Wilson. He gets a big hit. Now we'll see if Wilson can run on Comer here. Does he do it? Yes, he can. Here's the throw. Oh, and Sundberg threw a dart. And Wilson is out at second. So Jim Sundberg makes his first throw of the season and throws out Wilson, the Summit Flash, and he's out of there. Keenan got to 17, so a tremendous throw got him. Here's Geronimo now. Sundberg sets. Comer wind up, pitch to Geronimo, and that's a line drive, and I bump Wills. He went to his right, dove, and made the catch. 2 outs in the 10th. Here's Akins. 1 for 3 with a walk. Sundberg sets. Comer looks in. The wind up and pitch to Akins. Ground ball to Comer. Throws them out in the right thing. Bottom of the 10th. Kansas City, nothing. Nothing. So now here's Jim Sundberg, who made that great throw. And of course, that's going to mean Daniel Quisenberry will come in for the Royals. So Quisenberry's the new pitcher. Leonard goes 9 and nothing he gets for it. So the Quiz comes in, right-handed pitcher. Quirk sets, puts the sign down. Here's Quiz going from down under to Sundberg. And ground ball to second. Throws, makes the nice play. Gold glove of White with the play. One out here in the 10th. Here's Billy Stein 0 for 3. Quirk sets. Quisenberry looks in, goes down under. Pitch to Stein and ground ball to third. Brett's got it. Throws to first, and there's 2 outs. Here's Bump Wills 0 for 3 in the ball game. Quirk sets. Quisenberry looks in. From down under goes Quisenberry. Pitch to Wills. And ground ball to first. Aikens takes it himself, and we scoreboard start from the beginning, and it's no score. We head to the 11th. So now it's Brett, McRae, and Otis. Comer will stay out there. Sundberg sets. So far, 2 innings from Comer. Comer, the wind up to Brett. And that's going to be a pop to short. Mendoza's there, makes the catch, and there's 1 away. So here's McRae. He's 0 for 4. Sundberg sets. Comer with a windup and pitch to McRae. Got in front of him, throws him out. Good job by Bump Wills. 2 outs in the 11th. Here's Otis. The triple he had was almost a big hit in this ball game, but he was stranded. So now Sundberg sets the target. Comer, the windup and pitch to Otis. And a struck him out. We go to the bottom of the 11th. Still no score. Insane. And now with Mendoza up, Rangers are going to look and see who's on their bench. And Mark Wagner should be able to. So whoever they throw out there is going to be a better equivalent. And let's go to Mr. Al Oliver. Why the hell are you on a bench? Jesus Christ. So Oliver needs to be in this lineup. So he had the day off from opening day, but he comes up and swings. There's your mistake. Oliver needs to be either be a DH or he needs to play first. Probably first against righties, DH versus lefties. Quisenberry looks in. Oliver to the quiz. And that's a strikeout for Quisenberry. Didn't matter. Got the inside corner, and Oliver will walk away. Here's Mickey Rivers. He's 2 for 4. Quirk sets the target, and Quisenberry from down under to pitch to the Mick. And ground ball to first. Aikens got it. Tells Quisenberry, I got it. 2 outs in the 11th. Here's Billy Sample, 0 for 4. Quirk sets. Quisenberry looks, and the windup to Sam first. Aikens there makes the catch. And folks, let's head to the 12th. Still no score. Wagner will stay at short. And let's see if I want to do anything else here. Leave Putnam where he's at. Putnam's a better defender. So Wagner will play short and comes in the game. Comer, I believe, now has done 3. So let's see. Let's see what his stats tell me. He's gone 3. So Texas. And that is going to be Charlie Huff. Damn. Charlie Huff, not one of the starters on this team. Must have been a late acquisition. Again, I got to look at that probably too. So the knuckleballer, Charlie Huff, will come in. First appearance of the season. He can be a long reliever like he used to be with the Dodgers. Top of the 12th, he'll pitch to White, Mulnix, and Quirk. So Sundberg sets to White and a walk to White. So White is on. So now White on. Let's see if White wants to run, but he probably won't with Sundberg's arm. Can Mulnix bunt is the question. Can he be an A bunter? No, he's a D. He won't be bunting. Huff, you know what? I'm going to play the infield back. I'm going to try to corners in on a D. Sundberg sets the target. Huff looks in. Knuckleball. Here's the pitch. Out, 1 away. Knuckleball could not hit it. First out here in the 12th, and it's Jamie Quirk who's 0 for 1. Sundberg sets the target. Huff from the stretch. Pitch to Quirk. And that's a fly ball to right. Roberts is there. Camps under it. Makes the catch. And here's Willie Wilson, 3 for 5 in this ball game. Sundberg sets, puts the sign down. Huff looks in, doesn't want to cross up the catcher with the knuckleball. Here's the pitch. A ground ball to short. Wagner, the wheels goes easy way. We head to the bottom of the 12th. Still no score. Bell, Putnam, Roberts to bat for Texas in the bottom of the 12th. Quisenberry, 97 innings, will stay out there. So Quisenberry looks in, then he goes down under and pitches to Bell. And that's a pop to first. Akins is there, makes the catch. Opening day, 1981. I deserve this, I guess. No, here's Putnam, 0 for 4. Quirk sets the target. Quisenberry to go down under. A pitch to Putnam. And Putnam with a base hit. That's why he stays in the game. That was base hit number 7. And we go now to Leon Roberts. Quirk sets. Quisenberry looks in from the stretch. Needs to get a ground ball double play. Here's the pitch to Leon. And that's a double play ball. Brett, the White, the Akins. Double play. We head to the 13th. Both the Rangers and the Royals. No, Rangers have had one error. Top of the 13th. Here we go. Geronimo, Akins, Brett. Left, left, left against Charlie Huff. Sundberg puts the sign down. Huff with a windup. Pitch to Geronimo. Struck him out. Knuckleball away. 1 out here in the 13th. And here's Akins. 1 for 4 with the walk. Sundberg sets the target. Huff looks in. The knuckleballer to Willie Mays Akins. And he walked him. So Akins is on for Willie here. Again, you're not stealing because of the Sundberg situation. Lee May would probably be your first baseman, but not a good one. So here's Brett. He'll bat with Akins at first and 1 away. Sundberg puts the sign down and gives him the finger movement. Huff from the stretch looks in. Here's the pitch to Brett and a fly ball to center. Rivers is there, makes the catch, and there's a second out here in the 13th. And here's McCray. Sundberg sets. Huff looks in. 2 outs in the 13th. Here's the pitch to McCray. And ground ball to short. Wagner to Wills. Retires the side. Let's go to the bottom of the 13th. Royals nothing. Texas nothing. Holy cow. And that's why you don't play the ghost runners, I guess. Or that's why you do play it. So you don't kill these bullpens. Quisenberry's gone 2, I think, so far. And Edwin Aruno, he's on 3. So Dan, you're done. So Mr. Quisenberry is done for the day. And again, another long reliever on this team. So he'll come in, he'll pitch to Sundberg, Stein, and Wills. Quirk sets the target. Rennie Martin with the windup pitch to him. And that's a ground ball to second. Wills has got in his glove, throws the first and the first down in the 13th. So now Stein, the DH. Now this is where, let's see, do you want to go a pinch hitter for Mr. Stein here? Nope. Well, the only guy better would be Grubb. He was a guy who wanted lefties that season. So they'll bring in a lefty here. John Grubb will swing. This kind of goes both ways for Johnny. Quirk puts down the target. Martin with the windup pitch to Johnny Grubb. Fly ball to center. Otis puts the glove up, and there's 2 away for Bump Wills, who's 0 for 4. Quirk puts down the sign. Rennie Martin with the windup and pitch to Wills. And that's a strikeout. Good job. Wow. Jesus. So here's Amos Otis, 1 for 5 with a triple. That was a long time ago. Charlie Huff, I guess, will stay out there. Huff has been out there for 2 innings. This will probably be his last inning. Sundberg sets. Huff with the windup, pitch to Otis. And a strikeout for Otis, 1 away here in the 14th. There's White. 0 for 3 and a couple walks. Sundberg sets. Huff with White. Ground ball to third. Bell's got it. Goes to first. 2 outs in the 14th. Rance Molnick's the batter who's 0 for 1. Sundberg sets the target. Huff looks in. Wind up the Rance. Molnix. Uh-oh. And he's hurt. Oh, he only misses a day. Ooh, but he'll have to come out the ball game. And they have Dave Chalk, thankfully. So Dave Chalk will come in. So he'll come out. He'll limp off the field. They'll take him to the draft. He'll take him to the a day or so. So luckily, not a huge injury for Mr. Molnix. Goes to the bottom of the 14th inning, no score. Again, it'll be the first at bat of the year for Wagner, followed by Rivers and Sample. Rennie Martin will stay in. Quirk puts the sign down. Martin with the windup. Here's the pitch to Wagner's and struck him out. Big strikeout for Rennie Martin, his second, and brings up Mick the Quick, 2 for 5 so far. Quirk sets. Martin with the windup, pitch the ball to right. Geronimo's there, makes the catch. There's 2 outs. And now here's Billy Samples, 0 for 5. Quirk puts the sign down, wriggles the fingers. Rennie Martin, the windup, pitch to Billy Sample. Fly ball to center. Otis will make the catch and does. Let's head to the 15th. Guess what, Ben? No score. No one wants to win this. Kansas City 07-0. Texas 07-1. Holy 15th. And we got our JL baseball to come. Quirk, Wilson, Geronimo, the bat for the Royals in the 15th. Charlie Huff, let's see again. Let's not go past 3. 3 innings for Charlie Huff. He's done. Sorry, Charlie. So Charlie Huff will probably come out of here. And let's see who will be another option. Ooh, now they're running out of pitchers. Now you're going to start getting some hits. Innings now. Let's go to Dave Schmidt, 49 innings. So he's going to be used a little less often. Top 15th. Quirk, Wilson, Geronimo. Basically left, switch left. Sundberg sets the target. Schmidt looks in, and the pitch. And that's like, uh-oh, that's an injury. Quirk may have busted something, and he did. He'll miss 2. They don't have a backup catcher. Oh. Willie now Sundberg sets. Schmidt looks in. The pitch to Wilson. Base hit Wilson. Now the Royals want to try to win this. They don't have a problem with defense. Here's the pitch. No, Wilson does not steal. He's on at first, 1 man out for Geronimo, 1 for 6. Sundberg sets the target. Schmidt from the stretch. Pitch to Geronimo. Fly ball to right. Roberts is there. 2 outs. Oh, the Royals are going to be in hurting trouble. He is going to catch. Sundberg sets. Schmidt looks in. Runner on first and 2 out. Pitch to Willie Mays Aikens. Base hit center field. Wilson will go to third. They will not try to stop him. First and third Royals with 2 outs, and it's George Brett. So now Brett comes to bat, 1 for 5 with a walk. Can Brett be the hero here? First and third, 2 outs. Sundberg sets, puts the sign down. To Brett, and fly ball to left. That's hit at Sample. Comes in on it. Makes the catch, and the side is retired, and the Royals will need to find a catcher. Oh, my goodness. Bottom 15th, nobody out. And Lee May is probably 80 years old, so Darryl Motley will come in and catch. So Darryl Motley, I don't think you have another catcher on the roster. So Motley will catch. And he is now officially a 5E16 with a +5 catching. Oh, will the Rangers try to run on this one? Let's see how long Rennie Martin's been in for. So Rennie Martin has been in for 2. He'll go 1 more. So now Buddy Bell, 2 for 5 in the ball game. Motley never caught before. He said he may have caught when he was a kid in the backyard, puts the sign down. How did he get? Says, okay, I guess I can do this. Here's the pitch to Bell. And fly ball to right. That's one quick way not to put a man on. Geronimo with the catch, one away in the 15th. So now here is Pat Putnam, 1 for 5. Motley puts the sign down. Rennie Martin looks in. Here's the pitch to Putnam. And struck him out looking. Good job by Motley for framing that one. 2 outs in the 15th for Leon Roberts. Barbara, how you to this game of craziness? Bottom of 15th, no score. 0-9-0 Kansas City. 0-7-1 for Texas. So here's Leon Roberts for 2 outs. Motley puts down the sign. Rennie Martin with the full windup and pitch to Leon Roberts, and that's a strikeout. 2 strikeouts for Rennie Martin. We head to the 16th. Still scoreless. Nothing. 16th. Unbelievable. Hal McRae, who's 0 for 6, will go then for Otis and White. Schmidt just got in there. He'll stay out there. Sundberg sets the target. Schmidt's card looks horrible from here. This could be fun. Here's the pitch. And Sample's there. He puts the glove up and makes the catch. 1 out in the 16th. And there's Otis. Otis 1 for 6, had that triple a long time. Puts the sign down. Schmidt looks in, 1 out in the 16th. Here's the windup to Otis. Struck him out. 2 outs in the 16th. There's Frank White, 0 for 4 and 2 walks so far. Sundberg puts the sign down. Schmidt with the windup and pitch to White. And ground ball to short. Wagner makes the play. We head to the bottom of the 16th. No score. And Rennie Martin has run out of time. He'll have to come out. He's done his 3. And another, let's see who Royals still have. Adley Hammaker, Jim Wright. Jim Wright will come in, 82 innings. So go ahead. Royals got some arms still left in that bullpen of theirs. Bottom 16th, no score. Sundberg, Grubb, Wills will bat for the Rangers. Motley puts down the sign. Wright looks in. Jim Wright. He looks in, and the wind up to Sundberg. And that's a strikeout. There's Johnny Grubb. He's 0 for 1 in the ball game. Motley puts down the sign. Jim Wright looks in, and the windup to Grubb. And base hit for Grubb. Ooh, he's a 9L. Ooh, lefties want to see him. Left, right, All right, got to stay off Mr. Wright's card probably. Motley sets the target right from the stretch. Runner on first and 1 out. Pitch to Wills. Pop to second. Frank White's there. Makes the catch, and there's 2 outs. Go to Mark Wagner. He's 0 for 2 so far. Mark Wagner, you need a better picture, my friend. Motley puts down the sign. Wright looks in with 1 out in the 16th. Here's the pitch to Wagner. Walked him, and the Rangers got the winning run at second. We have not said that in a while. Grubb on at second. Wagner on at first with 2 outs for Mick the Quick. 2 for 6 in this game. Wright will stay in. He wants to see the left-handed pitchers. Rivers from the stretch, pitch to Mickey, and base hit. Grubb around third. He's held there as Otis throws in a dart. Bases loaded, Rangers, and 2 outs. Holy cow. So now Billy Sample, short sample size and all, will come in. Right-handed hitter. Now no longer a short size. He's 0 for 6. So let's see who's on this bench. John Ellis, a backup, and Tom Poquette, a former Royal. Oh boy, his number's not much better. Billy Sample will bat. 2 outs, bottom of 16th. Johnny Grubb on at third. He's the winning run. Motley puts down the sign. Wright looks in. Does he get him to put this one in the 17th? Or is this one over? Pitches to him. Fly ball to Wright. Geronimo's there. Makes the catch, and we head to the 17th. We're going to have two games the 17th. No score. Both teams. No runs on 9 hits. Texas with 1 error. Dave Chalk will bat for the first time. He'll bat by Motley and Wilson against Schmidt here. Probably the last inning for Mr. Schmidt. Sundberg puts down the sign. Schmidt looks in and pitched to Chalk. Ground fly ball to center. Rivers there. Makes the catch. And there's one away. Darryl Motley came in as a backup catcher. 232 hitter. Sundberg puts down the sign. Schmidt looks in the windup to Motley. And Motley base hit figures, huh? The backup catcher gets you a backup hit. So Motley's on at first, 10 hits for the Royals. And here's Willie Wilson, who's 4 for 7, having some game. So Schmidt now from the stretch, runner on first and 1 out. Sundberg sets. Schmidt working from the stretch. Pitch the ball to third. Goes to Wills. Back to first. Not in time. Fielder's choice, and Wilson will be on at first with 2 outs. And now Geronimo will bat, and Wilson will get a chance to run again. And he doesn't. So Wilson unable to run. Schmidt kept him close. Stepped off and threw over. Runner on first, 2 out. Geronimo 1 for 7. Sundberg puts down the sign. Dave Schmidt from the stretch. Pitch to Geronimo. Base hit center field. Wilson first and third Royals. So Geronimo gets him over, and now it's Willie Aikens' turn. First and third, 2 out, no score, top of the 17th. Holy cow. And now Aikens 2 for 5 with 2 walks. Sundberg sets. Schmidt working from the stretch. Looks in. Can this be the ball game? The pitch to Aikens. Front of the ball game. Here comes Geronimo. Throw for the lead runner. He's out of there. Holy cow. He went first to third. Wilson scores. Geronimo to third, and what a throw. Guns him down at third. 1-0 KC. We head to the bottom of the 17th. So now Texas sees that they can tie this up. Holy cow. Now does Wright stay out there? Let's see how long he's gone. So that was his 3rd inning. Wright's been in only 1 inning. He'll stay out there unless you got somebody else. So Jim Wright. Let's see who Kansas City has in their bullpen. Hammaker, everyone else are starters on this staff. 61 innings out of Adley Hammaker. Don't probably want to do that. So this is it. So here's Buddy Bell, 2 for 6. Motley sets the target. Wright looks in the wide ball to short. Chalk's got it. Throws him out at first, and there's 1 away. 1 out in the 17th. 2 outs possibly to go. Pat Putnam 1 for 6 in the ball game. A lefty-righty matchup. Putnam with power. Motley puts down the sign. Wright looks in and pitch to Putnam. And that's a ground ball to second. White throws him out, and we're 1 out away from finishing this. 2 outs and a B on Roberts. 1 for 6 in the ball game. Jim Wright tries to make the all-important pitch. Wow, you get some off Wright's card, and he can tie it in a hurry. Motley puts the sign down. Jim Wright looks in. 2 outs, bottom of the 7th inning. Is this over? Pitch to Roberts. And flying drive. Brett, this ball game is over. Holy cow. The Kansas City Royals almost faint in win. City 1 And the Texas Rangers, nothing. Kansas City, 1 run on 12 hits and no errors. Texas, no runs, 9 hits and 1 error. Holy cow. So let's look at this one more time. Winning pitcher is Jim Wright. He goes 2 innings, 2 hits. Losing pitcher is Dave Schmidt. 3 innings, 5 hits, 1 run. One was earned. Not a lot. The thirds by Roberts, triples by Otis, RBIs. Willie Mays Aikens had the heroic. The Royals left 14 on, the Rangers 8. That's a big thing. Both teams had 2 double plays. Opening day 1981. Wow. Thank you so much. Hey, Barbara, thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. Thank you for everyone for being here. This is utterly craziness. That's what I get for 6 minutes of real baseball, not fake. And we're done. So I want to thank everyone. Let's go ahead and play a couple rounds out and see where next one might take us. Again, this is just American League. They're not combined in the total baseball. I probably should have, but I didn't want to combine them. So let's go ahead and play this one out. And I can give you guys some quick standings and stuff like that. So this will be the second day. 7 games a day with 14 teams in America. So the American League game of the day, and that'll be on April 12th, and it'll be a new set of games. And let's see, the Yankees are that's an interesting. We'll do that one anyway. We'll do the Oakland Athletics and the New York Yankees from Yankee Stadium. Matt Keogh on the mound, and he'll be opposed by Dave Righetti. So Keogh and Righetti will be on the mound. Could do and might still do a doubleheader for Milwaukee. Looks like a great matchup too. That is Flanagan and Slayton. So keep those games in mind. Let's go ahead and save this so far. See what we have going in the American League as standings. Hopefully no one got hurt. Cleveland 3-0. Wow, Cleveland won their first 3 games of the season. Baltimore's 2-1. Detroit's 2-1. Boston's 1-2. Brewers 1-2. Yankees 1-2. Toronto, of course, is 0-3. Wow, the Angels and Royals are 2-1. The A's are 2-1, while the Twins and Rangers are 1-2, and the White Sox, of course, are 0-3. Those are your American League standings. Again, may keep it to American League for now until I convert everything over, and then I can always catch up on a sim. So I want to thank everyone for being here. Again, might have a double dip when we do this next tonight. If things work out the same, if things are working out great, maybe after RJL might switch back to 1981. So unless somebody has a preference out there, we'll just continue playing some baseball. So this is Mr. Utah Mike, the Sports Time Machine here. Want to say thank you all for being here. Appreciate it. Have a good rest of your evening, as this is the start of the 1981 campaign American League. As this is my universe, as we're playing the stock replay of 19 as a 162 game season of the 1981. So have a good rest of your night. We'll see you again, and